The 53 is often described as odd in places further afield. Not only does the country have vast swathes of places with no motorway in sight, but this small peninsula has one splitting it down the middle. And huge junctions that the likes of London or Birmingham would be proud of. Here is Junction 1, Junction 2, another video coming on this soon, Junction 3 and 4, which quite frankly is a roundabout that can often cause a National Lampoon moment. Initially, the motorway ended before what is now Junction 5 at Hooton, where it connected to the Ellesmere Port Bypass, but this was the intended end of the road. Seen here today, the evidence of a road continuing straight is evident, but where was its original intention? The Ellesmere Port Bypass was upgraded to a motorway status, even though it only has 2 lanes on each side, and was called the M53-1. Later, after original plans were scrapped, ill-affordable, or forgotten, the M53-1 amalgamated into the M53 and all became one. But back to the original plan, going straight instead of turning left would seem weird in today's world, where instead of going the long way round, the 53 should have gone straight. Up until the late 1990s, the bridge intended for the road extension was still there. Its demolition signified the cancellation of the plans. Here is a diagram of the intended route. Now let's follow it in some more detail. So here we are at junction 5 of the M53, and this is where it now connects up to the what was Ellesmere Port Bypass down here, and now the M53. But of course initially it was supposed to go straight on. Construction was halted here, as we saw with the bridge just before, but it's supposed to go further down to access the north side of Chester. So let's have a look where it should have gone. Well, according to the plans, it went straight on and went down here and across the Welsh Road. The Welsh Road existed at the time, of course, but if we just zoom in here, the Ledsham estate didn't exist, so it was going to cross the railway line, cross the Welsh Road, and go straight down into this gap, and probably run alongside the railway line, which of course did exist at the time, the Birkenhead to Chester line, and go straight down this gap here in between the A41 and the railway line. Most of this housing didn't exist. Straight past Capenhurst, the nuclear plant, over the top, or maybe under Capenhurst Lane, through Dunkirk, and then here, it would have crossed the 56. Now the M56 wasn't built at the time because that terminated as what is Stanlow at the Chester service station now. That's where the M56 terminated. So it didn't exist here at this point. Maybe it would have connected at some point in the future. Going straight down here, and then it was going to connect up to Liverpool Road, roughly around here by Backford. Obviously a junction here that would allow people then to go straight into Liverpool Road, continue down Liverpool Road and access Chester directly from the north. Go straight into the city centre that way. But of course now the M53 goes to the east side of Chester and connects up here, so most people get off at either Hoole or at Vickers Cross here to access Chester from the M53. And that goes up and it does connect to the M56 here, just by Stoke Interchange here. That junction could well have been down by Dunkirk if that original plan would have happened. So it's strange to see how in a different timeline, if that had actually happened, how we'd all see it, approaching Chester from the north and going on that road would be pretty strange. Of course, we'd all be used to it. But that's what happened in reality, and that's what the plan was. So big differences there.